Well, this gives us a little opportunity. FINRA Robert, where are you? Okay, FINRA Robert, come on up. Robert stopped me during the break and was giving me such great information about Trusted Contact and what you heard David Brancaccio talk about a little bit earlier. And look, he just needs to tell you guys what's going on with FINRA. So, FINRA Robert.
Great.
Okay, this is the, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. I wasn't expecting to speak, but happy to. My name is Rob Mascio. I manage a program within FINRA, which, if anybody that doesn't know, FINRA is the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. We are a private, not-for-profit organization put in place by Congress to oversee the securities industry and those employees within the securities industry. We're what's called a self-regulatory organization. And we are not a government agency, so I want to make that clear. But we do regulate brokerage firms and their employees. So one of the programs that I'm responsible for within FINRA is the Securities Helpline for seniors. And this is a program, it's for anybody to utilize, but it is a toll-free number where anybody can contact a live person to talk to them about any concerns, questions, anything they want to discuss about their securities accounts, their investments. We don't give advice. We're not selling anything. That is not what FINRA does. But we are able to help if it is a concern that you have. We are able to investigate. We have a staff that investigates situations that warrant further investigation within the financial world. We also have a whole host of different resources that are available. I have a couple that I had put over there. There's 2 investor alerts. I'm trying to remember which ones I brought. I think one is on power of attorney, and then there's another one that's over there as well. I think it relates to titling of your accounts, so there can be a smooth transition once an individual passes away. But I also have our little helpline flyer, so I would encourage everybody to take one of these with you. Again, please contact us if you or anybody you know has a concern. We launched about 5 years ago, and in that 5-year period, we've received over 18,000 calls, unique calls from individuals with concerns. If it's not something that falls within FINRA's jurisdiction, we do make referrals. We've made over 1,300 referrals to various state, federal, and international regulators. I know binary options was mentioned at one point. We received a ton of calls regarding binary options. We put out an investor alert that kind of walks through some of the things to look out for. And I know you mentioned, you referenced it like gambling. Well, it's interesting in the UK, if they are registered in the UK, they fall under the Gambling Commission. So you're right on there. But I did want to talk about Trusted Contact really quick. So in February of 2018, FINRA came out with 2 new rules that are more kind of senior focused. One relates to that Trusted Contact, where firms are required to make an attempt to get a Trusted Contact on accounts. This is new accounts and existing accounts. There is a bit of a misconception from talking to investors where people believe the Trusted Contact is the same thing as a power of attorney. And I want to be very clear that that is not what it is. So a Trusted Contact, again, you want to think of it almost like an emergency contact. So if you have a child that's going on a field trip, you sign a form, you might have to include an emergency contact on that form in case something happens, who they can reach out to. That is really what the Trusted Contact is for. If a firm has concerns, or frankly, they can't reach you. So say you're on a cruise through the Greek Isles and something looks odd in your account. Well, they can't reach you because you're in the middle of the Mediterranean, right? So they can reach out to your Trusted Contact and say, hey, I just want to talk to you about what's going on. This looks a little strange. Or I haven't been able to reach my client. Do you know where they are? Oh, yes, they're on a Mediterranean cruise. Great. So Trusted Contact really is an extremely beneficial thing to include on your accounts. Has anybody in the room been asked to add a Trusted Contact on a brokerage account? A couple. I would really encourage you, please do consider adding somebody. It really is a great benefit. Another one of the rules that we came out with, again in February of 2018, was one that allows brokerage firms to place a temporary hold, so a pause on withdrawals from accounts if they suspect some sort of exploitation. So it's a safe harbor for firms to essentially say, well, I think this is a scam. I think my customer is being scammed. I want to put a pause on the withdrawal of funds from the account while we investigate, while we reach out to Adult Protective Services, while we reach out to the state regulators, while we reach out to law enforcement. This allows brokerage firms, if you think of them as a gatekeeper, it allows them to stop, try and get ahead of some of these scams before the money goes out. Once the money goes out, it's gone. There are different states that have passed similar laws. I know Florida had a bill back in 2018 that was presented, and it kind of died on the vine, and I know there has been a refresh of that. But there are a lot of states that have passed similar type of laws that allow firms to place holds on withdrawals of accounts if they suspect exploitation. So with that, I don't know if lunch is ready. I'm happy to keep talking, but if anybody has any questions, I will be around all day. I'm happy to talk to you. And again, I'd encourage you to reach out to the Securities Helpline if you have concerns.
Thanks, Robert. Appreciate
Of course.
you.